Friends, my greetings to all of you, and I'm glad to meet you. I was trying to meet you, and last year I met you in Rashtrapati Bhavan, some of you. Today, all of you who have come from 61 countries, it's a great pleasure and to see you in this hall. Her Excellency, the Jules Rathan Kumar Ayodhya, Honorable Shri Krishnaji, Honorable Shri Vilas Rao Deshmukhji, and Shri Jagadish Titler, and Shri Kanwar, and Mr. Krishna Kumar, and all of you who have assembled here, for every one of you, my greetings. You know, we had a beautiful music, and that music, children, and they were all the best, they were in their best. Whenever Dr. L. Subramaniam makes a music team, a new team, or the type of music what we heard, it is indeed, music indeed a beautiful, beautiful elevator. Music is a beautiful elevator, elevator of our mind and soul. And music enriches imagination. Imagination leads to creativity. So I'm sure what we heard will lead us to the creativity. Friends, I prepared some material to discuss with you, and you know, the title I have selected for you is Your Prosperity is Our Happiness. So I have packaged some material for you, how your prosperity is going to be our prosperity, that's India's prosperity. You know, I'm delighted to participate in the conferment of Pravasi Bharatiya Samman Awards 2005 to the selected non-resident Indians, NRI, and persons of Indian origin. I congratulate the award winners for their excellent contribution in fostering the understanding of India, addressing India's causes and concerns, and the service rendered to the diaspora. This in turn will result in the promotion of a healthy bilateral relationship between the countries and enable us to project the right image of our nation abroad. I'm happy to see you all who have come from different parts of the planet. My greetings to the members of the Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs, Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce Industry, voluntary and non-governmental organization, distinguished guests and other participants. You know, when I am thinking of the people of Indian origin, but I think of all of you are here, great souls, great people, great spirit. You have contributed a big contribution for the country where you are, and naturally we have our umbilical attached to India. Now, I always cherish an Indian, a people of Indian origin, the most important person for me in this planet, and that is Chandrasekhar Subramaniam. And he is remembered today, Chandrasekhar Subramaniam is remembered today at the edge of the universe. There's a Chandra telescope, that is a Chandra telescope is looking at the universe, and always is cherished. And he is an example to all of us how an Indian turned to PIO, and then he can contribute not to just only India, not to just only for America, but also to the universe. That's what he has done. Friends, I was thinking what thoughts I can share with you. Will I touch the history of 20 million Indians, difficult, living in various countries? Will I discuss what they have contributed to the nation they are living in? Will I share with you the unique experiences of overseas Indians in the Gulf regions? Will I ask you what you will give to the nation of your origin, I am not going to talk to you on any one of these aspects. Definitely, I would like to discuss with you about your prosperity wherever you are. Your experience in various environments in different countries will of course will enrich India. I feel strongly that your prosperity is our happiness, and that is the subject of my talk. Today I am with you on 9th January, which is the day, as our Prime Minister said to you, when he inaugurated. Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in 1914 from South Africa with his experience of fighting against apartheid system to embark on India's freedom movement. At this point of time, I would like to recall my traveling on 16 September 2004 in a train powered by a steam engine in a first-class compartment of 1900s vintage organized by Durban State, South Africa. When the train was moving from one station to another, Mahatma Gandhi's struggle against apartheid system in South Africa was going through my mind. The train halted in Pietermaritzburg at the station where Gandhiji was evicted and became a victim of apartheid. When I alighted at Pietermaritzburg railway station, I saw a plaque in the railway station which reads like this: in the vicinity of this plaque, M.K. Gandhi was evicted from a first-class compartment. This is what you are seeing here, first-class compartment on the night of 7th June 1893. This incident changed the course of his life. He took up the fight against the racial oppression. His active non-violence has started from that date. Later, I visited the Musintusi municipality, where the Indian team was given a beautiful civic reception by the Indians and South Africans, but my thoughts were hovering on two scenes which I experienced in South Africa. One scene was Robben Island, where Dr. Mandela has been imprisoned for 26 years, and also we have Dr. Ahmed with us here from same prison. He was there, a very small cell, and the other scene was the house of Dr. Nelson Mandela. What a moving reception the man at the age of 86 gave with all smiles. He had experienced a life in prison for 26 long years, and also a beautiful life as a president of independent South Africa. When I was leaving from his house, he came to the portico to give me a send-off. And while walking, he disregarded his walking stick and I became his support. While walking, I asked him, Dr. Mandela, can you please tell me about the pioneers of anti-apartheid movement in South Africa? He responded spontaneously, of course, one of the great pioneers of South Africa's freedom movement was M.K. Gandhi. India, and Mandela made a statement, very interesting statement. India, he said, Dr. Mandela said, India gave us M.K. Gandhi, we gave you back Mahatma Gandhi after 2 days. Mahatma Gandhi, as you all know, is an apostle of non-violence, and that is indeed the tradition of India. To enrich whichever nation we go, our foremost responsibility is to enrich that nation. Enriching the nation is not only in financial terms, but enrich with knowledge, enrich with sweat above all, enrich with honor and self-dignity. So I will be very happy if the NRIs and the people of Indian origin, wherever they are in the planet, they follow the footsteps of 20th century leader Mahatma Gandhi to give sweat, give knowledge and dignity wherever you are. Friends, of course, in this gathering, many of you are from different parts of the world. Some of you are working in other nations, putting all your effort to earn and support your family in the remote corners of villages of India. And some of you have given a political philosophy for the country which was not free and were under dictatorial regime, and some of you have enriched the nation with your knowledge. I extend my greetings and best wishes to all of you. The nation is proud of you, my friends. Now I am going to talk to you something which is called re-entry. Re-entry used whenever you set a missile, it re-enters the atmosphere. Something happened in an individual case, I am going to explain to you. That is, now I would like to recall the experience with the NRI who had come back to India. His name is Professor Re-entry, Professor M. Vidyasagar, who had come back to India after a stay of 28 years abroad, whose family has settled in Canada. This young man had his initial education in India, later studied in the United States and became a leading professor in the world in nonlinear control system. We are all used to refer his book, Nonlinear Control System. One day in 1985, when I was the Director of Defense Research and Development Laboratory, I got a letter from Professor Vidyasagar stating, Mr. Kalam, I would like to work with you during the summer holidays. That's the letter said. His name is Professor M. Vidyasagar. Within a week, he reached India, became one of the popular teachers and important scientists in control system in campus. Many scientific teams and a number of academic institutions invited him to teach in their institution. They requested him to participate in their research discussion. At the end of summer holidays, I remember Mr. Professor Vidyasagar entered into my room and told me that he has decided to come back to India. It was a beautiful shock to me. I asked Professor Vidyasagar what made him to take this important decision. He said, I have various options. I can be in Canada or USA, or I can serve the country where I am born. I would like to choose the option of coming to India and contribute. He said, I know I am going to work in a difficult environment, but happiness comes only when you meet and solve difficulties and challenges. Later, he became the director of the Center of Artificial Intelligence and Robotics of DRDO in India and nurtured that establishment. He is now contributing in an innovative manner in the areas of bioinformatics, biosuit software packages, and drug discovery for TCS. I was talking to him yesterday. I asked him how he felt about his decision of coming back to India during the difficult time in 1989. He said, I am very happy. I do not regret that decision. You are all aware, friends, today India is a much better place and is ready to deal with the world in terms of equality. Now, I consider every one of you who assembled here is indeed a message of knowledge. I met two other important personalities during the CEO conference at Kochi in September 2003. There was a CEO conference in Kochi and I met two of them. One is hotmail man, Sabir Bhatia, and the other is management guru, C.K. Prahlad, Professor C.K. Prahlad. Sabir Bhatia told me how he took risk and invested in knowledge and realized the dream. The environment of Silicon Valley was encouraging him to take up such a challenge. Also, he suggested a proactive governance system all around our country is essential. C.K. Prahlad articulated that he said the real source of market promise is not the wealthy few in the developing world or even in the emerging middle or income consumers. It is the billions of aspiring poor who are joining the market economy for the first time, he concluded. So friends, I am proud all of you who are outside India giving knowledge, your experience. India values it. Every one of you assembled here is indeed a message of knowledge and message of experience. We value it. As you may be aware, now I'm going to talk to you something about India. What you would like to know, what are our dreams? Where are we? You may like to know. And there is one more person very influenced me, is the digital library, Professor Raj Reddy from Carnegie Mellon University. He is also, you can call him PIO, and he comes quite often in India. His dream is to start the digital library, so that the digital library, and this has been he is in the Professor Raj Reddy, Carnegie Mellon University, Pittsburgh, and Professor N. Balakrishnan of Indian Institute of Science. Both of them work together in the digital library, and he has digitized 90,000 books, out of which 50,000 are already in the web at www.dli.in. Many of the books are in Indian languages. The Digital Library of India initiative has also become a test book for many Indian languages. Technology research, including the development of a machine translation system, OCR, summarizer, and so in the Indian languages. More than 21 centers spanning academic institutions, social organizations, government agencies, including Rashtrapati Bhavan, have partnered in the creating this huge repository of knowledge. This program is fully supported by the Ministry of Communication, and the event shows that how the people working in ICT areas are contributing innovatively in spreading the edge of education, knowledge among the rural masses through village knowledge centers. Thus, Panchayat Knowledge Center will emerge. Panchayat Knowledge Center, that's what we are pushing. Now, I would like to share with the experience of another personality who is an IIT Bombay graduate. Of course, he is neither NRI or a PIO, but I thought you must know about this person. He is from IIT Bombay. Change in thinking. He thought differently. I would like to share the experience of another personality who is an IIT Bombay graduate, has taken a unique initiative of doing what he would like. During study itself, he was concerned about the system of education and questioned about how learning in the education institution has helped the society. Very rarely such thoughts come during the student phase. He went to Madhya Pradesh and started the enterprise called Vidishat Karkhana in Anupur near Shahadal. His name is Anirudh Roy, universally known as Dunu. He is called Dunu. You would have known him. I was moved to note his contribution to the society, which I consider as the highest category of contribution by an IITM. He became a part and parcel of a grassroots society and understood their problem and provided the right type of technology need for transformation. He moved with the people, lived with the people, and became the political economist, political environmentalist. He made a following statement by him moved me. I would like to quote, to be able to extract valuable ores from the depths of the earth under the harsh working condition for a pittance that badly keeps the body alive, to provide the affluent with all the means for their comfort while being denied one's own basic necessities, to maintain the entire structure of society without any provision for one's family future, requires a kind of survival skills that only the most adventurous informal society can dream of. Now friends, this is the type of people we have, and